Alright guys, this is Godzilla for the NES. That was an amazing run for Terex there. Amazing run. Congrats on the PB. Timer's going to start when I hit start for a new game here. And 3, 2, 1, let's roll. Alright, so the premise of this game is you are Godzilla and Mothra, and the monsters from Planet X are invading the Earth. So you are going back through the solar system, and you are fighting them off of each planet. And then you will eventually end up on Planet X and beat the main boss in the game, hopefully. So, speedrun strat number 1 is kill Mothra every single stage. Mothra, if you want him to live, you have to take him through the stages to get to the end of the level, which is, or the end of the planet, which is where the spaceship is, right there. And it's easier just to kill him off. He comes back after every planet. So the strat I'm using right here is tail whip strats. Basically, anytime you do any sort of attacking, you get, it's not really iframes because you still get hurt, but you don't get any knockback. Anytime you get hit normally, you get knocked back. But if you're in the middle of a attack animation, you get knocked back. Or if you're in the middle of an attack animation, you don't get knocked back. So, you have a hex board here for each planet, and for each square you move, for each hex you move, you have to do a stage. And for each time you move, they move one of their guys as well. And there's a lot of manipulation as to when you kill Mothra and when you kill certain enemies later on. That determines the turn order, basically. It determines which monster goes when. So normally, like, first turn, Gazora will go for them, and then Mogwera. Alright, so this is Gazora. He is Happy Squid. And he is an absolute time killer. He doesn't do any damage at all to Godzilla, but he can trap you in the corner and suck time out. You have 45 seconds to beat each monster, or else you'll go into a second round of, or else you go back to the start or the planet screen, and then people will get a chance to move again. All right, so how the breath works, the atomic breath. The further away you are from whatever it is you're hitting, the more damage it does. Oh yeah, the music set in this game is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Anytime you get knocked back, it's time loss. With a couple exceptions that you're just gonna get hit. Alright, what I'm doing right there, that was a jumping tail whip. It is very, very hard to do. But over time, you get used to it. There are a lot of enemies that you can only really hit with that. This game has a ton of lag, and this is one of the major areas where you just want to kill enemies off to reduce the lag. And then this here is one of the city blocks. These generally appear right around the enemy base, the enemy spaceship. This game does not have a Jaguar, unfortunately. So this is the ship base, the ship level. It's just another city level, basically. Now, one of the things you'll see later, hopefully, is that you can leave to go to the next stage without killing all the monsters. Hopefully. And, okay, so it's Mars. Mothra's back, but not for long. And we're gonna get rid of him. So if Mothra dies and Godzilla dies, it's game over. Just straight up game over. You can continue. You have to go back to the new game screen, and hopefully we don't have to see that, but you have to go to the new game screen and select last game or something like that, and it'll let you play from the start of the planet. Yeah, we have to go all the way back. We have to do Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, Neptune, and then Planet X. So we got a little while. Also doing the atomic breath, you get the semi-iframes. But the best thing about that is you can also pass through enemies like so. So that's extremely helpful. You can do that for everything except for there will be columns of random things that you can't get through. These firebirds right here. You see me ducking under a bunch of them right here. There are spots where if you duck under them and you get hit, you get knocked back like that. But if they're on the very left of the screen, you get knocked back constantly and you get stun locked, basically. Yeah, Ghidra's at the end of Planet X. He's the final boss, if you will. The final monster you have to fight. Yeah, anytime I kill Mothra, you're supposed to yell at me. That's tradition. Yo, Mothra, no! There is a Mothra percent run, which is a lot more difficult because Mothra has only 2 attacks instead of Godzilla's 4, and is very weak. Like it shoots oranges or tomatoes out of its mouth, basically. Alright. And then it also, and each of those spits of a tomato or an orange it is equal to one of Godzilla's punches. And then it also drops spores, basically. Gazor's being real nice so far today. Not really stun locking me in the corner here. Basically, the way Gazor works is it has a 50-50 chance of jumping either to the left or to the right. And you just hope it keeps going right. And each stage brings a new monster. The one for this stage is Varan. And he looks like a basically a purple bony creature that is very handsy. That's the best way to put it, I reckon. you'll see here in a second. So this game, it is really difficult to mitigate lag because most of the lag occurs from the enemies or whatnot that are the same color as Godzilla, and most of them are up above the horizon, so you can't really attack them or anything. They're just kind of there. There's one of those columns right there that you can't really breath around. Okay, so this is going to be a little tricky right here. Yep, there we go. That is exactly what I don't want to have happen. Now I'm going to do this guy right here. That was pretty good, pretty solid. Alright, so the key to beating this guy is the tail whip. When he gets a certain distance away from you, you can use the atomic breath, but you definitely want him to be further away because it does 4 bars worth of damage if he's further back, as opposed to just 2 if he's up close like he is right now. And the tail whip, you see him staggering a little bit. Those are crits. Sometimes those can do up to 1 bar of damage by themselves, so it's pretty good. Only 15 world records. Yep. So if you get knocked back by underneath the Firebird, it takes you up from your crouching position right here, and then you basically end up in its sprite, and you get knocked back continuously. Okay, this guy right here is a death magnet. That will kill you in one shot if you don't damage boost through it. Okay, this guy right here. That is the most deadly thing in the game. That one Phoenix. That one Firebird. Here I can still duck under. But if that other one was still there, I would have died. I had to use my fire to get, or my atomic breath to get out of that. Normally I'd use it right here to get through this quicker, but better safe than sorry. Alright, so the next stage is Jupiter, and in Jupiter, that's where we start attempting to manipulate monster movement. These are fairly new strats to me, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll work out. So how the monster manipulation works is if either Mothra or Godzilla dies on their turn, or if one of the other monsters dies on your turn, the next turn they get, the monster that went last goes again, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and get Ghazorah to move twice here. Ghazorah is going to move after Godzilla here, and hopefully Ghazorah will end up in the correct spot. I think it's about a 1 in 8 chance that he ends up in the right spot after his 2 rounds. And if that works, we can skip him completely. We don't have to fight him. I got it once yesterday, and it happened on my PB as well. Artichokes of death right there. Alright, so he's going to move up and left again. Hopefully he does that again after I kill Mothra off right here. Oh, Godzuki was... That cartoon was absolutely amazing. So we're going to go underneath this artichoke of death and get stun locked here. Well, sort of. You have to move up into it, but that's a quick kill for Mothra right there. Now he's going to go up and left. Nope, he didn't do it for us this time. That's all good. Hopefully the fight will be short at least. So as you can see, those artichokes, they, when you're underneath them, they shoot lasers. So if I tail whip underneath them, okay, we're going to use a breath here. If you tail whip underneath one of them, you can get through the laser, but in the pack of 3, like you just saw there, the timing is such that that is nearly impossible. And these things here, they're supposed to be like mini bosses, but you can just go around them. So as you can see, Godzilla has levels. He's level 5 right now. How that works is the level they are is based solely on the number of monsters you kill with that monster. So with Godzilla, if I kill him here, I might gain up to level 6. It's based on that and the number of screens. There you go, level 6. And the number of screens you pass through. So the new monster for this level is Hydra, and normally he's really easy. All you do is have him sit in the corner and punch his face. But he's been giving me a lot of problems the past couple runs. The fights in the movies were definitely a lot longer. Yes. So that's one of the impassable things right there. Also, if you couldn't tell, the main mode of transportation is face tanking. You just get health. The little widgets there, the little virus-looking things, are health. If you get stood up against one of those magnets, there's a good chance you will no longer exist. So normally there's enough health to just go through the levels and face tank. Alright, that's almost 4 bars, that's really good. Mogware is one of the easy guys. As you level up, your punches get stronger, your breath recharges more, but it also costs more power to use it. But eventually it catches up with itself. That's right, you get to see awesome beard action. It's pretty amazing. Okay, he's too close. There's a pixel perfect spot basically right underneath his elbows. If you hit that, you can keep him, if you continuously hit him with your tail, right about there-ish, you can keep him, knocked back. This is not a good fight so far. We'll get her, though. We'll get her. Now would be a good time to show you, there you go. Okay, so you get 45 seconds to beat him. And if it doesn't happen, you get to go again. And, of course, you want to try and kill almost every single monster within the first 45 seconds. There is one exception. but you'll see that when we get there. It's also has to do with turn manipulation. Anyway, I recommend you guys try this game out, at least casually. Speedrun is a lot of fun. I've been speedrunning this for almost a whole year now, since I started streaming, and I can't get enough of it, honestly. Because there's our guy right there. We'll go ahead and go down here in this way to get one step closer to the base. Oh no. Oh no. Well, we just lost about 10 minutes. I told you, man. Last game. Okay. It takes you back to the beginning of the planet. Those magnets are a run killer, absolutely. Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. No problem. At least you gave me plenty of time. So you have to go through the whole planet again. Hey, it happens. It happens often. Like, out of every 10 runs, I think I complete 2. 1 or 1.5, maybe, let's say. Some of that's resets due to, you know, me having a bad time, but most of the time it is that. Yeah, it continuously hits you as it's going through you. That's what makes it so dangerous, you know? It doesn't just hit you and then go off on its own. I have lost more runs to those magnets than I have the final boss, which is the other major threat, really. He didn't cooperate for us again. That's all good, though. We got her. One of the things I still have to work on in this game is lag. Trying to manipulate the lag a little bit because sometimes it just gets awful. Mothra is used sort of. He's used in when he dies is what's used basically. When I choose to kill him and how. It determines the turn order for the enemies. But no, he, as a character, is pretty garbage. That was a really good Godzilla fight. Really good. That's right, Mothra is a she. If you guys have ever played Godzilla 2, you will find out that there are multiple Mothras. In the movies, there's 2. And Godzilla kills one of them, and the other one is the Mothra we all know and love. Like right here, lag is just ridiculous, and it's just because of those ships up above the horizon. One thing I don't get is they're exploding in space. You know? All this stuff is exploding. There's no atmosphere or nothing. Yeah, this is a real fun game to play casually. It is quite difficult, though. Figuring out the map controls will get you for a little while, because not everything is up, down, left, and right. Oh, come on. Oh, whew, that was close. He almost caught me again. See, everything's the same color as Godzilla, so that also makes the lag a lot worse. Not really. I mean, there's no real glitches. Like, there are very minor glitches. Like, if a monster is jumping while you kill them, it skips the death animation. But it's kind of tricky to get it to happen consistently. So I'm just happy when it happens. That's what I wanted to see. Alright, let's see if we can get him knocked back a little bit here. Oh, I'm so close to it. Right there. There it is. We got her. They're so ineffective, but it's still quicker than anything else, for the most part, depending on the enemy. If Godzilla can walk on Jupiter, then monsters can explode in space. That is amazing. Let's get her going here. Another semi-glitch is if you do a kick before you do your atomic breath, it makes the atomic breath last less time, which can be helpful in certain situations, but I don't really use it too often. Oh, the animation looks weak. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. He's just like, I also love that you can see through his eyes into the background. I always thought that was kind of interesting. Alright, so I think we got her now. Again, this game has amazing soundtrack. Here's where I want to do the jumping tail whip. Alright, this guy's... Normally you can just stand right here and punch him until he dies. Sometimes he likes to throw his little arms out at you, and sometimes they hit and sometimes they don't. Like that. But it's only a problem when it keeps happening. We got him. Hydra. The garbage monster. Yeah. The thing with this game is a lot of the monsters was in other Toho movies, but not against Godzilla. And there are a lot of monsters that are missing out of this game. But after this game was released, some of them were put in a Godzilla movie. Way later, like the 90s. Alright, we should be safe for a little while now. Saturn's a pretty tame planet. there's the face tanking for you. That's right, we're taking out all the Death Stars. So there are like 3 or 4 various patterns of each land type, and you can see what the land types are on the map. This is the second hardest city one. Mostly because of right here. And we're off to the next planet. Saturn! Alright, Saturn, we're going to do a little bit more manipulation, hopefully. We'll start off with Godzilla. And hopefully we'll be able to skip 2 of the monsters in the stage. And the most annoying monster in the game is featured starting in this stage. Baragon. And Baragon is a pain. In order to do the manipulation fully, you need to beat Baragon in 1 round, which is ridiculously hard because Baragon is half of Godzilla's height. Alright, so here we're going to kill off Mothra again. Hopefully we can get underneath this laser. Have him go forward. No, it's not going to happen. It's going to be a little bit slower than normal. Okay, there we go. Now he's trapped. There we go. Well, that's my Mothra. Alright, so now Ghidorah's going to attack Godzilla. Ghidorah's been very cooperative so far today. Okay, this is... Alright, there we go. That's what he does. He wastes time by getting you stuck in the corner. Right when I say something. There's a Mothra percent, which is about 2 hours long right now. That's, I think my PB, or the world record, which is my PB, is 159 for that. 159.40 something maybe. It's a heck of a lot longer than this, which I've got this down to about 115. There's one person who ran it and got a 104 flat, but they haven't run the game in almost a year, so. And I've been shaving off time regularly. What version of Civ is this? Alright, so now we want to move down here and not fight Varan. I think this is Civ 14. Beyond the Skies or something. Or No Monsters Sky. I think this is what they're calling it these days. Thank you, 159.41. That was an amazing run, too. And there you have to... Oh, Dino Wars is a great game. Absolutely great game. I was thinking about running that, but I haven't really looked into it yet. Godzilla came to No Man's Sky. I sound a lot like Lord Carnage. I have no idea who that is. I'm sorry. A game controller review. I'm using a NES USB controller. It's pretty amazing. Oh, I love Dino Wars though. Sometimes you just have to love the games that aren't good. Like for instance, there's AVGN did a review of the Godzilla games for Nintendo and Super Nintendo. I recommend you guys watch it. It is a lot of fun. What he says about this game is pretty well true, but he doesn't really say a whole lot about it. And it's still fun, you know? Also, there was a creepypasta made of this game I recommend you guys check out. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm coming up to the Baragon fight, which is another one of the things that I need to work on personally. So that one right there, you can only do an upswing to kill it, or a jumping tail whip while you're going up. You can't even do it going down because it misses the hitbox. Oh yeah, the Godzilla creepypasta is a lot of fun to watch. So I've played Godzilla 2 on stream. That game is a hot mess. Super Godzilla, I think, might be my next project. It also isn't necessarily the best game in the world, but it looks like it's a lot of fun, and that's all that matters, is you have fun with the games you play, you know? If anyone wants to attempt to run this, by all means let me know. I'll help you out, you know? Okay, so the fastest way to do damage to him is to kick him in the face. And then whenever he stands up, either breathe or do a tail whip. The problem with that is if he stands up a ton, it takes away from the amount of time you have to kill him. And then he'll lunge forward like that as well. Oh, I might get him. This is gonna be close. I got him! First turn. Oh, that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So now we're gonna be able to skip Varan and Mogwera. It's been quite a while since I've been able to get him in one round on this stage. So we just made up a little bit of that time we lost from having to do Jupiter twice. That is quite difficult. This fight's going exactly as it should. And so those two fights cost about half a minute each. Sometimes you only get stuck with one, sometimes you get stuck with both. That's pretty amazing stuff, though. So, I mean, this level's the same as it has been multiple times over. The thing with the first little pod that shoots right there of each stage, of each of the city stages, if it is the first city stage you have gone into, you can if you punch at the correct time while you're walking, see, you automatically walk into the stage. If you punch at the correct time, you can punch it and not get knocked back there. But the second stage you go through, that's impossible. So after Saturn is Pluto, I believe. No, Uranus. Uranus is a very small map, and you would think the way everything's packed in there, you'd have to fight every single monster in there, but you don't. And it also is a new stage, so you get a new monster associated with it. And it is my second favorite monster of the game. It's Varan. Okay, so this is going to be a very long kill. It takes forever to kill Mothra right here. This is what I would like to call a tank stage or a ship stage, because it looks more like a boat. But the stage, it's like a mini boss, like the lumps of whatever were that we passed around earlier were. You can kill it. It's quite difficult though, especially if you're Godzilla, because you have to deal with its spawning magnets on you, the death magnets that we had a fun run-in with earlier. But here, the best thing you can do is try and get hit by every single one of the little guys floating around. Now that's going to make one of their guys move. The best thing about not moving is if you haven't moved yet and a monster comes into contact with you, they will not instigate a fight. So there you can see it spawned a magnet. Okay, so what we're going to do is go up here. And wow, Maguera moved into a spot I'm not used to him being in. So we're going to do this fight. We're going to do this a little bit differently now. Like I said, the monsters have like a 1 in 8 chance of not doing what you expect them to do. Yeah, you can kill one of the magnets. It is, it was previously thought completely impossible to do. You have to nail it with an atomic breath, and you have to hit it. I assume it has to be frame perfect from where you start the breath until when it comes through you. Well, we might not get one round this time. He's standing up quite a bit. You can tell how long it's been in the fight by the music. That's alright though. We got her. So in this map you can skip, I believe, 3 of the monsters if it's done properly. We're not going to get to see that. Oh man, our health is not looking very pretty right now either, so I'm going to have to be a little bit more cautious with how I do this. Oh, see, that's where he jumped. And I'll just go straight to Gigan and see if we can kill him off. There we go, we're good on health now. Just in time for the magnet, too. Sometimes that magnet won't do any damage at all. Normally it does like 2 or 3 bars if you tail whip through it. And it maybe a little bit more if you do the atomic breath through it. But sometimes you get really lucky and it'll just clip you. Okay, this is Varan. Buzzsaw in his chest. And claws for hands. And wings that probably don't do that very much. But he is, besides another monster that shows up a little bit later, he is my favorite enemy in the game. And my least favorite is Ghidra, because that is the hardest fight in the world. Yep. Another thing Baragon can do is he can... Basically, he'll break the fourth wall and look at the camera, or look at you as the player. And while he's doing that, you can't hit him at all. So he basically has iframes right there. So now that we're level 10, everything starts to pick up damage-wise. Your breath does a lot more damage, or... You can breathe twice. Now, it doesn't do more damage, but you can do it more often, and it refills quicker. I'm going to not fight the enemy there. See which one attacks me. So there, I'm trying to get rid of the missiles that those things shoot to reduce lag a little bit. There's a small window as to when you can actually kill those. It takes one hit to kill them, but like the missile turret here has to have just moved in order for you to be able to kill it. Okay, it's Baragon again. We can deal with that. Even if we don't kill him, we will have wasted, 45 seconds on it. So there he is barreling into the, trying to barrel us back into the corner. We're on the tile we need to be on. So whether we kill him or not here, we can go on. But it's always satisfying to kill him. Oh, it does make you fight the enemy. Hold on. Yep, it makes you fight him, because he's right there. That's alright, we still skipped one monster this stage. Normally we can skip 3. The pattern I got for... their movement just wasn't where we needed it to be. Alright, so now we're out of here. Pluto is ridiculously hard, stage-wise. We're gonna kill Godzilla off first. In doing so, we'll make Varan attack us. And ultimately, what we want to have happen is when we get close to the base, we want to have Mecha Godzilla, my favorite guy of all time, come off of the base and attack us. I haven't played any Godzilla games after the SNES. There's a good kaiju fighting game that came out for Super Famicom. I recommend you all play. It's a lot of fun. Well, technically Pluto is a dwarf planet, so it has a dwarf moon, I guess. I don't know. Oh, it's a lot of fire for an ice planet, that is for sure. Alright. There we go, we got 4 bars out of it somehow. So now you see that tail whip is doing... If he does the full knockback animation, it does 1 full bar of damage now. Rand's kind of the pushover. Yeah. I don't remember the name of it. I've only played it a handful of times, but it's really good. Pluto does matter. The name of it, it has got kaiju in the title. That's what I remember it as. I could probably figure it out at the end of the run here. Godzilla, Godzilla's blue because the game makers made him blue. I mean, everyone thinks Godzilla's green, but he's not really green. He's actually gray. He's like a steel color. There you go. Kaiju Daikasen. That's it. That is it. Thank you very much, Kyle. Thank you very much. It's a lot of fun. So, this is the bad thing about Varanus. He can trap you in the corner too, but he does a ton of damage when he does. I am definitely the same guy from the YouTube videos. That was quite a long time ago, but yes, that's definitely me. All right. Oh no, we might die again. Yeah, we're dead. This is the first time I've ever been stun locked right here. First try! It's a good thing it's the start of the level, right? We're really getting caught up on time now. Man. Oh well, at least I get to show off the game in all its glory, including dying. I mean, either I was gonna nail this sucker or it was gonna nail me, and I'm glad you get to see both sides of it. I've done a lot of things I wanted to accomplish properly, and it's decided to kick my ass a couple times. That's to unlock, man. This game can be brutal. That's the first time I've ever seen it right there, too. Nail or get nailed, and have fun doing it either way. That's all that matters. So my PB is around 115 right now. When I ran this for Scrubathon in the summer, I got a 133, which for then was really good. I've shaved about 6 minutes off my time ever since I started practicing for Best of NES. Wow, a different monster move then. That's very odd. Death means more Godzilla, that's very true. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Now, the only place I really want to do safety strats is at the very end. And we'll see if it is necessary or not. The Ghidra fight generally takes 2 rounds, and he does an awful lot of damage. He can one-round you. Most of the other monsters are fairly tame, you know? Like, there's not really a big chance they can kill you. It'll take a long time for them to do it. It'll take multiple rounds. But Ghidra is generally where most runs die. Yeah, it didn't reset the monster rotation, so YOLO. Godzilla is moving around on different planets because the Planet X sent monsters to attack Earth, and Godzilla and Mothra are going back through the planets, beating up the monsters and getting them, basically liberating the solar system. The intro is very, very long and very slow. So after this, there's 2 more planets. Pluto counts in this game, and that's all that matters to me. And did you see the photos of Pluto that NASA sent, or that the NASA probe sent back to us? It's just one giant heart, you know. It loves us. Why should we deny it, you know? Godzilla and Mothra are married. Well, in the beginning they were mortal, well, semi-mortal enemies, because Mothra killed one of the 2 of them. You remember playing this as a kid? Oh yeah, I played this a ton when I was a kid, and that's what... This game is what got me started into streaming in the first place, and then speedrunning. It was the first game I ever played on the stream, and I can't get enough of it. It's really rare and it's been almost a year since I started streaming, so I'd say it's pretty rare for someone to play a game so much and to just be absolutely enamored by it. The best man in Maid of Honor would be Solar Jetman, of course. Alright, so this level is pretty damn tricky here. Hopefully I don't get knocked back again. There we go. Yeah, Jet Jaguar, thank you. Alright. That Firebird I just killed is, see, right there, I would have been stun locked right there if I didn't kill him. That's the safety strat. With the exception of what I have to do at the end of the game here. I'm going to use basically levels on the board to heal. Hopefully that'll take care of her, you know. And these levels just get increasingly more difficult, more cluttered. But somehow it's less laggy. It's less laggy because of the lack of spaceships up above attempting to help you out by dropping those little blue bombs. Oh, we jumped right over it. It does feel like stun-lock the game when you're playing it. Luckily, Mechagodzilla stayed where we wanted him. Now, Mechagodzilla is a pain in the ass, but hopefully we'll be able to keep him stunned up, you know? And the way to do that is literally have your face inside of his face while you're punching him. And hoping that he doesn't shoot the lightning bolts out of his face to knock you off. Alright, we got plenty of health. This will be good. Yeah, King Ghidorah is the last boss. Alright, here we go. Let's give him a second breath. Hopefully it does some damage. We'll sweep him over and then punch his face with our face in his face. Hopefully. There we go. We got it for a little bit. There we go. Excellent, we got him in one round. Normally it takes two. But that was a really good fight. We had some good damage with our atomic breath. And now we can skip those three and get out of here. Now kiss. So this run has had really, really good spots in it, and really, really bad. There's a lot of RNG with the actual fights of the monsters, especially with Baragon and Mecha Godzilla and King Ghidorah as well. And those things. And I've been able to thoroughly show off ways to die too, so the game is a rough mistress. Oh man, I didn't have any health. Tyson can dodge better. Oh man, that stuff last night with Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was amazing. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of manipulation here. We're going to let them move a couple monsters. And then we are going to fight the ones that are going to have to we're going to have to fight. And here we're killing Mothra off at a very specific time again. So that way we don't have to fight those two guys. Hopefully three. Hopefully we don't have to fight Baragon either. Oh shit. Sorry. He caught me. So I'm gonna get a little bit of health here, hopefully. He caught me. Well, Planet X doesn't count either, and it's a bonus. But it counts in my heart. So what I do with some of these little turrets here is I'll tail whip into them, especially the ones that are wall-based. Here I'm going to tail whip into this wall, because if you just walk into it, it'll knock you back. Just little time saves like that. This is one of the most brutal. This is probably the most brutal stage in the game right here, when it comes to just sheer damage. So now we're getting our power up quicker, so we can use our atomic breath more, which obviously means a quick kill. The viewers are blindfolded. Alright, so here I believe Gazora is gonna attack me. Not Gazora, the trash monster is gonna attack me. And then we'll kill off Mothra, and it'll make one of the other monsters move out of turn. Now, one of the weird mechanics about this game is if you are not on Planet X, and you almost kill a monster, and then it's their turn afterwards, they will retreat to the next planet. And we are going to use that here in a minute. Alright, so this is a long kill. It's going to take forever. So hopefully, what we're going to do is we're going to fight, or Yeah, we're gonna fight... No, Gigan's gonna fight us on his turn. Okay, we're gonna almost kill him. And then we're gonna kill Mechagodzilla. And then it'll be Gigan's turn again, because Mechagodzilla was next in the turn line. And they just go backwards. And then Gigan's gonna retreat, so we don't have to fight him. And his retreating will keep another monster from heading towards us and attacking us. Ooh, that is not a good placement for Baragon. Well, there goes that. There goes those strats out the window. Out the window. That's one of those things I, again, have never seen before. I've never seen Baragon end up in that spot. So we're gonna have to kill him. There we go. Get some damage on him. Oh, it still might work. It still might work, sort of, here. So we're gonna fight Gigan, okay? But we're not gonna kill him. Which opens us up pretty well to getting killed by Mechagodzilla. Because Gigan can do a decent amount of damage here. You get him down to about 1 bar of health. And then we just kind of hide in the corner. I hope he doesn't trap us too hard. If he traps us, it's fine as long as we don't get buzzsawed. Perfect. So now I'm going to move here. I'm going to fight Mechagodzilla. And hopefully we kill him. So it might work out after all. I just had to kill Baragon as well. After that, I had no clue which monster was going to go when, honestly. We just got lucky, I guess. Now again, we have to one-round Mechagodzilla, but it'll be a lot easier because now we're level 14. There you see I'm trying to keep a specific distance away from him to do more damage with the atomic breath, and now we're getting our asses kicked. There we go. There we go. We're gonna get him. Right here. We got it. Or not. There we go. Now he's going to retreat. Excellent. Worked out in the end. Oh yeah, Mothra is a lot more difficult to beat this game with Mothra solo, and we could keep him alive, but then we'd have to have him go through every single stage in between him and the ship, which basically doubles the length of the game. So Deathless would probably be about, I'd say probably be at least 3 hours Deathless. And now we are on Planet X. The final stage of the game. Yeah, his life bar started out at 6 bars, and it is now at, I can't even count that real quick. Looks like about 16 or so, maybe. And here we are just doing the same old tail whip strats to get through all the levels. Yeah. Bonus planets Y and Z. Now there's a secret code where you fight all of the monsters on planet Earth. Okay, that was not fun. In the password screen, you can put in the code destroy all monsters with a 0 instead of an O. And what it does, it spawns all of the monsters, including Ghidra, on Earth. It makes it a very, very entertaining challenge. It puts you on at level 8, which, if you're lucky if you can beat Ghidra at level 16. There is a time for that as well. I think the record I have for that's about 20 minutes. So now we're gonna go to another Mothra kill spot. It's right here, but if I go just a hair forward further, there we go. We can get both of those satellite dishes in. Man, to be this far, I just looked at my time. To be this far with 2 deaths and to be at 117 is pretty amazing. That means I'm probably going to finish at about 135. Which, with having to redo 2 whole planets pretty much, that's really good. I average about 120. Yeah, Mothra's only level 1 because every time you kill off every time a monster dies, and the other one still lives and makes it through, the previous monster goes back to level 1, or if they were above level 8, I think they go back to level 8. I think. I'm not 100% on that because I haven't been in a situation recently where, okay, safety strat right here. I haven't been in a situation where Mothra and Godzilla have both been over level 8. I haven't done a deathless run yet. I tried to once and it just seemed very tedious. Alright, so I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about Planet X. It features various city levels and every single monster, as you can see right there. And it also features one of the hardest of each type of stage. And level 16 is max. We're almost there. Again, it's based on... it's not based on points. It's based on the number of stages you go through, and that includes monster kills. So like you've seen me level up both after a stage. They just kind of sneak it in there. There's no real big fanfare or anything, or after killing a monster. At this point, you really don't have to worry about your health too much, except for a couple fights. Because generally, the stages will give you enough. Generally. That didn't happen once yesterday during practice, though. I just happened to die randomly in a stage. Just because I wasn't getting any health pickups. He goes from planet to planet in the opposing, or in your enemies. Your enemies leave ships on each planet, which is also their base, and basically they take those ships to the next planet. Basically. Yeah, Godzilla does do what he wants to anyway, so there's that. Right now, you can see my my power is going up very quickly. Yep, that recharge rate is absolutely amazing. We finally hit level 16. And we're just going to plow our way through the rest of the game. Oh man. I said we're going to plow our way through the rest of the game. Thank you. Now, when I submitted when I submitted this for Best of NES, my PB was around 121. So I gave this game an hour and 25 just for a little leeway. And unfortunately, we're going to be a little bit over, but not by a whole lot. With 2 planet redos, it's pretty amazing here. I guess I'm just going to stay back and do this. Do the old atomic breath. He isn't letting me there we go, get punches off. Okay, so basically, I don't understand how this works either. We're gonna get 2-rounded. That's okay. My theory as to why the planets are up in the atmosphere is these are all like bases or satellites or some sort of thing going. Oh, he did it. He did the old camera look. He's such a cute guy. So cute, I want to kick him in the face. Oh, he two-rounded me too? What? Oh, there goes time. We just lost a bunch of time. It's the first time I've been two-rounded by both of them here. It's ridiculous. Lots of firsts, none of them really good. Yeah, one hit left. Alright, let's fight Gigan first. There we go. So now we're gonna get hit in the face with the laser. Okay. There we go. Sometimes the game will eat your inputs on your punches. I'm not really mashing, there is a rhythm to it. I generally use the music to go along with, or to figure out the rhythm. Oh, are we getting a good Godzilla, or Mecha Godzilla? I think we are. I think we are. Oh, I didn't have enough power. Normally when he knocks me back, I'll just spam power, but the lower your health, the less your regeneration rate is. Oh, what? One hit again. Man. I know this is supposed to be best of NES, but the NES is giving its best today too, man. However, this did let me heal by coming to this level, so there is that. Okay, so safety strats here are you let Ghidra attack you, okay? You let Ghidra attack you. Normally you just go for it, you just gun it. But here you let Ghidra attack you, and then you go back and do another stage to heal. Okay, if he traps you in the corner, it is not fun. Normally I would open with a breath, but I use the breaths to try and keep him off of me in the corner here. Right now, we're doing pretty good. I've only one-rounded him, I think, twice, and it's ridiculously hard. Because obviously he's got a boatload of health. This might be close. We're gonna have about 6 bars if he lets up. Nope, didn't let up. So what I'll normally do is I'll go like here. Nope. Yeah, I'll go there this time. do a really short level. Hopefully I'll get some healing out of it. There we go. And then start the fight with them again. Alright, the Stratus punch him in the face and breathe in the corners. Alright, the end does not happen after this fight, just so you know. We still have to beat the final, there we go. We still have to beat the final, base stage. Okay, so time will happen when you guys hear different music. It's the best way to put it. There'll be the start of the end screen, and it starts when the music changes, or the timer stops when the music changes. This is basically a victory lap right here. The only thing that could possibly kill me is the magnet coming up. If it comes up, sometimes it doesn't, and that's going to be game right there, guys. And time. Or no, time. 131, I'll take that, man. I die to that magnet all the time. Yeah, I died to it in this run. Thanks a lot, guys. That was a heck of a lot of fun. It has been a pleasure playing this for you guys, showing off both the highs and the lows of the game. Yes, I have died to that last magnet after beating Ghidra. It was a sad day. Thanks a lot, guys. So there you see the end is basically we beat up everything Planet X had to offer, and they are admitting defeat. And then it's going to go through a credit roll. It'll go through each of the monsters you see in the game. I believe TMR is next with let me take a look real quick. With Cybernoid, and then Bart versus the Space Mutants. Those are both going to be really, really entertaining. I'm looking forward to watching those myself. It is, I love Bart versus Space Mutants. Thanks a lot, guys, again. Thanks for having me. I appreciate being invited, or being accepted to play for Best of NES. And hopefully, next time I'll be able to have a clean run. We will definitely do our best. Bart vs. Space Mutants is a very difficult game. Get to the point. Yeah, the text scrolling in this is kind of killer. Thanks for watching, everybody.